especially somewhere in your country or here in the Philippines. When a total stranger comes towards you, at that exact moment when you see him or her, your heart starts pounding and you can't just think of anything but him or her. And now you realize that you fell in love. I know that some of you may think that it's not going to happen to anyone, but I agree that, but it rarely happens and still exists. Study shows that 50% of Americans fail with their marriages, but less than 20% of failed marriages are love at first sight. It means that if you fell in love at first sight, your last will long. Women and men are both likely to love at first sight equally. But women have the desire to raise kids as mothers than men, and naturally they have a better ability in choosing Mr. Right. How they do so? Well, women can sense the man's pheromone or hormone that people can't see. A scientist explains that these pheromone or hormone helps them to find the one. If these genes are opposite from each, the higher rate of possibility for their offspring to survive. Let me tell you two stories about love at first sight. First one is my neighbor, and first one is a celebrity that you may all know. My neighbor, she used to work at kindergarten as a school teacher. But her salary was not enough to live on her own, so she decided to take up a part-time job besides her full-time one. She applied for a restaurant which she would often go when she was little. A few days later, she saw the owner, and at that moment, she thought she's going to be his wife and bear his children. And now they have a baby, and they are still together as a happy married couple. Another example is that David Beckham. He fell in love with Victoria Beckham. He saw her first time on TV commercial. He said his teammate that I will marry her. One day she came to see his game, but they had greetings and he ran away because after the game, so he thought he was sweaty. A few days later, she came to see his game again, and after there was a party after the game, and he got her number, and little by little they got closer until they got married. Now they are still together as happy married couple. These are only two cases of love at first sight. If you see the one whom you spend the rest of your life with, so grab it, don't let it go. Life is limited, so keep looking. And you may bump into the one just near you. Thank you.